Don't shoot the messenger. Feminism told y'all be strong, independent, and alone. And y'all followed it to the grave. Y'all push all the good men away, call submission slavery, and think being difficult is cute. Now y'all 35 and tired, looking around like, oh, where the good men at? Sis, they moved on. Real men want peace, not problems in a lace front and a loud voice. Feminism sold y'all freedom, but they didn't mention the price. Loneliness.
So this misconception that all the strong, independent, masculine, career-minded chicks are all lying to ourselves and none of us really want to work, we're in denial and whatever else. Listen, I'm pretty sure every human being on the planet would prefer that the fairy money gods just come and direct deposit fucking millions of dollars a year into our bank accounts. Just give us the money and we can live the lifestyle. I'm pretty sure we would all choose that, right? But that's not reality. The reality is, if you give a person the power to feed you, you give them the power to starve you. So when we think about this topic, there's two sets of women. You got the ones that just want to sit at home and be taken care of by a man or whoever. And then you got women like me who would rather jump off a cliff than to have some man take care of me. There's something that doesn't sit well in my spirit where I'm depending on a man to take care of me. There is no way I can be a grown-ass woman that's broke. And everything that I have is because of this man. Like, what? I came into this world by myself. I'm leaving by myself. So at the end of the day, I can't go through life expecting handouts or expecting some man to take care of me, because what ends up happening, what has already happened to most wives already, and what will continue to happen to the vast majority of you in the future, whether you want to believe that or not, because I be paying attention, is that one day your husband is going to be at work or somewhere. 9 times out of 10 these affairs start when they're working at their job, and Tracy and human resources is going to switch by and shoot her shot, and he's going to take the bait. And once he does that and he thinks the grass is greener over there, he's going to come home and start being mean to you, right? He's going to start treating you different, being cold and distant and whatever else. And then he may just keep up his affair and say fuck you, or he might just leave you altogether. And then what are you going to do? If you're going to be a stay-at-home mother, that's fine, or stay-at-home girlfriend, wife, just have your own money. Because that scenario happens more oftentimes than not. Like, literally, out of 10 times, that's going to happen about 8 or 9 times to mostly all of y'all women, in case you haven't figured that out yet. So, listen, I don't want to put myself in that position. Like, no man is worth my sanity. When you guys are talking about, oh, you're masculine, you're living in your masculine era, and I want to live in my feminine soft girl era. Listen, I could never live in my soft girl era depending on no man and being a grown dependent. This man could file me on his taxes because that's how much of a broke bitch I am. Absolutely the fuck not. I would rather jump off a cliff. I don't know why this is so difficult for you guys to believe, but there are some of us that are like, listen, show me the nearest cliff so I can jump. If I have to choose that or have a man take care of me, I don't want a man to take care of me. Now, what I will say is that I've always had men who were providers. But guess what? I always had my own money. I never fully depended on them because I'm not stupid. I don't want to have to ask you to buy me a box of tampons. I don't want to have to walk into a store and I ask you to buy me a cute dress and you're like, what you need that dress for? Nah, you don't need that. We got to pay the bills this month. Or he gives you a lecture and then finally gives you the dress, or he just doesn't buy it at all because you don't need it. No, I would never put myself in a position where I can't get the things that I want in life because some man don't think I need it, or, you know, you already got that color of those shoes. You don't need another color. I want the red ones though. You know what I mean? Like, I would never allow myself to be that low to where I'm asking you to buy me things like I'm 13 years old. Like, I can't mentally do that. So I need y'all to understand that not all of us want to be in this kid-like state forever where we have to depend on someone else to take care of us. It could be a spouse, a mother, a father, a brother. I don't give a damn who it is. I am not a grown dependent. I am a grown woman. I want to have my own money. I'm going to live the lifestyle that I want to live. Right now, I can go buy myself whatever the fuck I want without hearing nobody's mouth. So I need y'all to understand that there are women like yours truly who would literally rather be attacked by alligators before I sit up and allow a man to take care of me. It's that simple.
This is my first time making a video talking on TikTok, so I've just been feeling the need to say this with the resurgence of the trad wife aesthetic and the gender role discourse, this is what I'm going to say. Being financially dependent on a man and being just a stay-at-home whatever, and you don't do anything but be his wife, is not the flex that you think it is. Women have worked so hard over the past couple decades to secure us the freedoms of having financial independence and being able to operate as a person by ourselves in the world. And a lot of you have been brainwashed into thinking, that's not what I'm supposed to do. My man's supposed to take care of me. It's not the flex you think it is. Get the fuck up and go be a bad bitch.
Ooh, this is gonna start a fire, but I'll say it anyway. There's dating advice from both men and women telling women, oh, be independent and he'll like you. Nah, fuck that. You don't need to be independent for someone to like you. You just need to have a good personality, you need to be caring, and you need to respect him. Men do not give a shit if you're independent or dependent. They actually like when you're dependent on them, okay? Not in a way where it's all like, I hold you responsible for my feelings. Not in that way, but in a way where it's like, I'm sad, I need to call him. What you need to understand about men is that they like being like your savior. Because when they could fix things for you, you're telling him that he's powerful, and when he feels powerful, he's gonna show up more for you. You know what I mean? So stop putting this pressure on yourself to be independent if that's not naturally who you are. Like me personally, I love being independent, but then I realize that I'm pushing people away while I'm doing it, and then I'm all like, I'm so sorry, like, you know, I've just been doing this. But now I'm trying to change that because people deserve to see me for who I am and love me for who I am. Like, I double text people, I triple text people, you know, I build them up with compliments. But imagine if I held all of that back because I felt like I wouldn't be worthy of love if I depend on them. We're humans. We need at least one person to depend on, and it's okay. Like, I need people. I need my friends. I need this guy. I need my family. There's nothing wrong with that. We just live in a society where people are trying to desensitize you in order to be alone and to isolate, and that is such sabotage. And you need to cut that shit out, or else I won't do anything about it, but I'm telling you, like, just please. It's okay to be clingy, okay? Women like that shit. Women like men who are a little insecure. They open up about their feelings and they're clingy. And if she doesn't like it, then she could quit fucking talking to you. One-on-one coaching will be in my bio.
When a man knows you are completely broke and you have no money at all and you're fully dependent on him, it's all cute in the beginning, but later on, the disrespect, downgrading, insults start to reign. It's a little different when he knows that you are making money while he's paying the bills, so it's very easy for you to leave and find another man. Yeah. That's why I talk to you ladies about the digital blueprint. When you get the digital blueprint, you will learn how to make money from home. It's a one-stop shop. Everything you need is inside of it. Link is in my bio.
My only goal as a woman in this life is my own sovereignty and to always have the ability to take care of myself. I just think it's important to always be able to take care of yourself, to always be able to depend on your own self, to regulate your own emotions, and to also always be able to think for yourself. I just think there's nothing more powerful than to be autonomous and to be able to walk away when a situation isn't serving you anymore. There's nothing wrong with being taken care of. My goal is to always have my own motion.
The best leverage a woman can have in this fucking life is financial independence. I don't care how much money your dad has. I don't care how much money your boyfriend has. I don't care how much money your future husband has. How much money do you have? And if you don't have any, figure out a way to make it. Because if I know one thing is true, as a woman, you should always preserve your freedom of choice and your ability to get up and walk away from a situation that does not serve you. A situation that could lead to your demise. How much money do you have?
Do not think you as a woman should ever be a stay-at-home mom, a stay-at-home wife, a stay-at-home girlfriend. You as a woman need a job. I'm sorry, I hate to say it.
Whenever we get on this app and really try to have important conversations about financial abuse that we've seen time and time again. I hate how people try to spin it like, one, we're jealous because we aren't being provided for, or two, everybody just picked the wrong man. And that's why they're in financial abuse situations. I need you guys to be very cognizant of the fact that the man you marry is never the man you divorce. The man you fall in love with is never the man you break up with. We have to really sit down and critically think. If you're not even the same person you were 10 years ago, how do you expect a man to always be the same person he is? It would be nice if they are, right? People grow in relationships, and sometimes people grow apart. It would be nice if this person was always the same person, but that might not be the reality. So if that's dependent on your being able to live, being able to eat, being able to survive as a human being, we see how that's not really like a smart plan. Just because people are educating on what could go wrong if you are with the provider and you decide to not go to school, not get any skills, not have any money of your own, does not mean we're saying it out of envy because we aren't being provided for. I'm currently in Dubai, guys. I'm currently in Dubai. My man took me to Dubai, and I'm 22. I live a very soft life, actually. Everybody try to always clock me when I speak on this. No, it's not that.
Earlier this week, I saw something online that read, dating as an independent woman is hard because you're always ready to leave. And boy, do I have a lot to say about this. When you are very independent, it could be so easy to default to, I don't need this, instead of communicating and or compromising. Applying discernment when it comes to separating deal breakers from normal relationship stuff couples go through is key. And this is me keeping it real with you and speaking from experience. Sometimes when we're just ready to leave, it's a defense mechanism. When you are very independent, you are so used to doing things for yourself, being accountable to yourself, not disappointing yourself, relying on yourself, that putting your heart in someone else's hands can be incredibly daunting. And don't get me wrong, sometimes you need to be RTL, you need to be ready to leave. But there are other times where you have to have a conversation with yourself, because there is a big difference, and this is why I say discernment is key. There's a big difference between having an issue with someone's core character, someone disrespecting you, an inability to see eye to eye when it comes to like a key value, versus being angry at your man because he used all your face wash. When you're very independent, I'm not going to lie to you, you can get into the habit of being ready to leave over small issues. When you are hyper independent, you're so used to doing stuff on your own time, doing stuff to your own terms, doing stuff how you want them to be done, that when you are in a relationship setting, it can potentially grate on you sometimes. You can find yourself being frustrated about little things because you're so used to managing your own life by yourself. And that's when you end up to defaulting to, I don't need this, why am I here, I don't need this. And again, sometimes it is bad. And you may also find yourself feeling that way when you receive constructive criticism. When you're independent and you're used to being reliable for yourself and doing things right and being accountable to yourself and no one else, when someone gives you constructive criticism, it can really get to you. And you may also default to, I don't need this, when in reality, you should stop, pause, reflect, and communicate with your person. So yeah, I don't want the video to be too long, but what I'm trying to say is to the hyper independent women out there, it is good to be able to take care of yourself. It's good to be independent, but also if you're someone who's always ready to leave over the smallest inconveniences, query that. Like the face wash example, sometimes the issue is not them, the issue is us. You may be really used to not sharing, really used to having everything under your control, and the problem there is letting go of that control freak part of you, that unwillingness to share part of you, because that is not conducive for a positive relationship. And if you're always in this habit of being ready to leave over the minor things, the little inconveniences, you will get into a habit of having difficulty sustaining a relationship on the basis of always running away from things that make you uncomfortable, always running away from communication, always running away from conflict. And I am by no means saying put up with BS. If a man is disloyal, if a man is disrespectful, if you have to repeat something 1,000,000 times and he still don't want to listen, if your values do not align, if the key stuff is not working, get the heck up out of there. But if it's little things that can be solved through a discussion, if it's little things that may indicate an issue with your own character, If it's frustrations because your partner is holding a mirror up to you and you're having issues confronting it, don't be so quick to go. So yeah, dating as independent women, yeah, we be ready to leave, but sometimes it's not good.
Be completely honest, and I hate to use this word, no pun intended, but most men that are in good positions hate an independent woman. Like, that's just facts. Like, it's just something about an independent woman that really irks a man to make him feel like, oh, I can't control her. And with independent women, you can't control them because they don't need you for anything. They don't need to depend on you for anything. They don't need to really technically call you for anything, but she still understands that you're a man and that she don't mind feeding your ego to make you feel better because you are the man. But in hindsight or just in plain view, man, she don't need you. She got money she can do for herself. She can cook, she can clean, she can take care of things that most men can't. And most men get upset with the fact that they can't control her. That's the biggest thing about this, is that men hate independent women because they cannot control them. And it's just facts.